Dots. I'm Dr. Latifat. I'm the host of the MoneyfitMD Podcast. This is where we help badass women physicians just like you learn simple and effective tools to build wealth from the inside out. That way, we can create wealth and bigger impact without all the burnout. Enjoy the episode. Hey guys, welcome to another episode with Dr. Latifat. Question for you. Does it ever feel like when you're about to start something amazing and do something new is typically when something unexpected comes up? You know, maybe you've been trying to grow your finances. You decided that you wanted to learn a new skill set. You decided that you wanted to maybe join a new community and then something comes up. Does that ever happen to you? Well, you're going to love this episode. For those that are finding us for the first time, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Latifat. I'm the founder of MoneyfitMD, the host of this platform, and the creator of the Money School for Women Physician, which is our 12-month money coaching community where women comes and, in the words of my members, get their brains cracked open so that they can create everything they've ever wanted in their life. So that's what we do. We do brain surgery when it comes to money in the most non-bloody way possible. Okay. Maybe that was the worst advertisement of my money school. But anyways, we do great stuff. We teach women money, coach women about money and creating their life that they want, really. We have the best community because we have the best women inside our community. You get networking and literally just amazing stuff that helps you create the money and life that you know. That you want, not just know, but the life that you want. Anyways, the reason why I'm doing this episode is I'm sitting down. We've, you guys know that we traveled, we are back, which I'm super duper excited about. And my brain is literally still catching up to everything we've done in the last almost 1 year. And I definitely am going to do a podcast for you guys about my reflections and all that stuff from my 1-year family sabbatical, which was not an official work sabbatical. I had to quit to do it, but it was a sabbatical for my family. That was our goal. Best thing ever, highly recommended. We are going to do it again in future, not in the short term, but we definitely will do it again. Highly, highly recommended. However, I am, with the podcast, we're releasing 1 to 2 episodes every week. And last week we had the money challenge, which was so much fun. And what I'm finding was that I did not have a lot of podcast episodes that were pre-recorded. And as I sat down to record my episode today for you guys, well, not the day you're hearing about, the day that it's whatever, the day that I recorded it, guess what happened? The lawn person decided to surprise us and stop mowing the lawn. So here I am sitting down with my mic 5 minutes in. And the next thing that happens is I'm hearing all those, the grass cutting loud noise. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I had to stop my recording, get back into it. And guess what happens again later on? Our whatever that self-cleaner system is starts going off. I went there, told it to dock, like, stop. Came back to the seat. Guess what happened? It turned on again. Most people that are listening would go, maybe that's a sign that you should quit podcasting. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe it's a sign that maybe not today, another day. But here is what I decided, because I really wanted to record this episode because I know you guys love to hear and learn and transform, as I'm seeing in the reviews and hearing the feedback that I'm getting from you guys. So I just decided that none of that is going to stand in the way, and I'm still going to record the episode. So that's what we're doing today. But for some of you guys, you are going to take that as a sign that you should stop, which is going to be one of the not ideal things to do. So that's why I wanted to chat with you guys today about why is it that when you're about to do something great, something good, something that you know is going to be a good thing and have like all those rewards, it feels like the first thing you face is obstacle. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it makes so many people quit the things that they want to do. It makes them quit in buying that larger property, in starting that business, in growing that business, in de-escalating their schedule, in taking a pause that they want to take. Most of us quit because of challenges that comes in our way, because we don't understand that that is the normal process of things. That is literally the normal process of things. Like, for example, if you want to eat, you take the fork or the spoon, you lift it up, you open your mouth, you put it in, you chew, you swallow, it goes down your esophagus, to your stomach, to your small intestine, to your large intestine, and then comes out as poop. That is how it is meant to work. The amount of time in each part of the body, in each segment, is going to vary based on your body, based on your level of activity, based on the content of your diet, based on your exercise ability, based on your genetics, based on whether you're taking medications or not. So there's going to be some other factors that affects how long each one of those processes take. But it doesn't go from your mouth to your large intestine. That's the way that process goes. The same thing. Anytime it comes to doing something, like for example, we have people that come into our community that join us, and the first thing they experience may be overwhelm. Completely normal. What most of us do is we quit. We're like, start telling ourselves stories that's not helpful. We start judging ourselves. We're like, see, I'm not good at this. See, my life is so much less complicated when I don't do my money. How are you supposed to build a 7-figure life? How are you supposed to do that if you don't get through this mouth phase before you move to the esophagus phase, right? If you're trying to start a business, I love the ideas that you have. I mean, I remember when I started MoneyfitMD, y'all don't go looking for my first video. It was not pretty. I mean, I'm not saying my current one is, but listen up. If you see the first one I did, you'll know there's a whole lot better, right? I remember I was recording in the garage. I was glued to the wall. I was barely breathing. I said my life quality, maybe my life quality, but I meant to say my light quality wasn't great. It wasn't great. I remember getting a call from my lovely siblings. They're like, let's talk about light quality and your eyebrows. Right? And so I had great intent because I did not even want to start MoneyfitMD. I did not want to. The only reason why I started MoneyfitMD was because I had gone 7 years ago from knowing zero about money to creating a really good financial life, and not just financial, but mindset life in 7 years. I had student debt that I planned to pay in 5 years, paid it off in 2.5 years. We invested outside of the stock market, inside of the stock market. We diversified. We created the life that we wanted, right? And so when the pandemic started and everybody and their mama were freaking out about money because physicians were getting fired, guess who was not worried about money? This boss right here. I was not. And the reason why I was not worried about money was because we had taken care of our finances, number one, but also I had trained myself, taught myself, opened up my mindset abundantly to understand that I had the ability to create money. So at that point, I had no choice. So I felt like I had no choice but to start teaching people, because I'm like, no one is teaching physicians. No one is teaching us in a way that makes sense. No one is teaching us in a way that's kind and no shame, no judgment. And no one was teaching us how to do this without grinding to pieces, or without thinking we had to learn how to traditional budgeting, or all the mansplaining, to be honest with you, that does exist when it comes to finances. And so I felt like I had no choice but to teach money to women physicians. But after that great, amazing intention and that great, amazing, inspirational idea, the next thing that happened was me against the wall, like, I don't know, sandwich meat, lighted, eyebrows not existent, right? And the feedback that I got was, some people said, great for starting. Some people like, horrible video, the light quality sucks. You should like all that. I opened myself up to feedback. And sometimes feedback doesn't feel good, right? So the first step after my great idea was something that didn't necessarily feel good. But the only reason why I got better, the only reason why I look this fabulous on video, and if you're not seeing me on video, then go to YouTube and follow me, subscribe, and we can find you, and we can also find you as well. I don't know if that makes sense. Find you and find you as well. But the bottom line is this, y'all. at my light, it's still not perfect, but still looks way better than when I started, right? And the same thing happens if you're trying to start your own business. You're like, okay, now I'm an employed physician. I want to go part-time so I can have a business outside of work. You start doing that. The first thing that happens is, oh my goodness, what's going to happen with my time, my schedule? It is normal. Chaos, overwhelm is always the first step in your grand plan. But the problem is that if you quit, you are not going to achieve the thing that you want, right? So in order for it to be able to make it through, is number one, we have to normalize the fact that after your great idea is going to come the chaos slash overwhelm slash whatever you want to call it. That's not going to be the idea that you had in mind, but you have to get through it. And how do you get through it? You can learn from those that have gone before you, those that have done that thing that you've done. You're not going to surround yourself with people that I'm not going to call it monotax per se, but I'm going to call it like doing one thing. Maybe your circle of friends are practicing medicine only. That's what they're doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, because they're practicing that, doing that, living their life that way because of thoughts that they have and stories they've told themselves that make sense to them, they're of course going to try and get you to also take those stories, which means that now they're going to say, you don't even have time for us anymore. Before you started this, you had time for us. You weren't even talking to me. All you do is learn about money these days. You're not even really having a conversation. All you're doing is listening to Let's See Fat's podcast. You're no longer, watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or whatever other Real Housewives exist. You get my point. But like, you will quit when you forget the long-term goal. You will quit when you don't remember the real why behind the reason why you want to achieve the long-term goal, right? You will quit if you don't understand that there has to be an emotional connection to the outcome that you're looking for. And honestly, just because money is usually not enough motivation for all of us, right? The question becomes like, what will that outcome get you? Like for me, I know that when I teach women physicians about money, when we get the number of women physicians that we're trying to help inside of the money school there this year, what that means is like those women are now going to be able to impact other people. I think about the child that doesn't see her mother, and now this mother is able to spend some more time with their kid because they want to, right? I think about the physician that has multiple 5 to 6 figures in credit card debt that thinks there's no way for her to get out of it. And now when she's been abused at her place of work and the administrators are telling her crap that doesn't make sense, she sits down there because she's looking at the debt, she's looking at the credit card, and she's believing the fact that, well, people say that I cannot be free until I pay off this credit card. So I better sit down and let this person talk to me the way that they're talking to me because I don't have a choice. I think about her. I think about even us who we chose to take a pause. We chose to travel. We literally spent 7 weeks in Nigeria. And guess what happened? We got to spend time with our family, with my mom, with my husband's mom, who unfortunately passed just a couple of days before this recording, right? So when I think about the things that we're missing out on in life because we're absent from our own life, and I know that what I teach women physicians inside of the money school and on the podcast and in our book, I know that that stuff changes lives. I mean, that gets me going. That gets me through the overwhelm. That gets me through my ego. That gets me through its hard phase. That gets me through its chaotic phase. That gets me through, I thought this was going to be easier. I didn't know this was going to be as hard as this phase because my why is compelling enough. So my question to you is this: are you quitting because you think you're already good? Are you quitting because now you're in the next level of overwhelm because you're in a level that you've never been before because you have not yet created your 7-figure life? And this is the exact path that's going to get you there. But you think that overwhelm, that chaos, the obstructions, the challenge means that it's not the right way. Maybe it means that it's the right way. And remember, guys, the point of the things that we're doing is we have this mission. Like when I just shared with you guys, like the things that I think about that gets me going and moving. But also the point of the goals is also for them to work on me. So I'm either getting the result that I want or I'm getting the exact training that I need, right? One of my mentors will say it's either working for you or it's working on you. So remember, the version of yourself that's going to get that outcome you want is different from the version of yourself that's starting the journey. Because if it was the same version, you would already have created that outcome. But the reason why you haven't is because it's going to take a different version of yourself, which is the whole point of all those obstacles and the challenges in your way. They're meant to make you stronger. They're meant to make you more fit. They're meant to make you go the long haul. They're meant to make you build your faith. They're meant to make you anchor yourself and deepen that relationship with yourself. They're meant to make you weatherproof, recession proof. They're meant to make you stronger. But if you quit because it's in the mouth, it's not going to get to the stomach or the small bowel. And you and I know that that's going to lead to starvation potentially if we don't eat for a very, very long time. You're going to have all those deficiencies, vitamin deficiencies, weak bones. You're going to be hungry and cranky and hungry, all that stuff. Your skin changes, right? I mean, that's what happens to the human body over a long period of time. But look at what happens to us when we don't say yes to the things that we're meant to do. We starve. It's just different. It looks like burnout. It looks like discontent. It looks like not being mentally and wholly present in our lives. It looks like living life with half a butt cheek, not even one butt cheek, but half a butt cheek. That's what it looks like. So next time you think about quitting because it got hard, I want you to listen to this episode again. So make sure you're subscribed, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on or listening on the podcast. And I want you to share this episode because I believe that there are definitely women physicians in your sphere and other humans as well that just need to hear this word of encouragement so that they understand that challenges are not meant for you to quit. They're meant for you to get better. They're meant for you to get stronger. It is normal. This is a path for success. That's why most people don't reach the level of success you're trying to get to, because it takes a different version. It takes a phenomenal human. It takes a badass like you. You've got this. Okay? So I hope this has been helpful. Two things I'm going to ask you for. Can you do me a favor and just leave a review and let me know what your thoughts are about this episode? I love hearing from you guys because it really lets me know that we're doing what we intend to do, which is serve. Let me know what you like about it. Let me know how we can serve you better. The other thing as well is just don't forget to share it. Like there's so much hopelessness there in the world, especially as we get closer to election. Yep, I said it. Anyways, share this. It will encourage some people that may be going through some patches that need encouragement. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.